Among the various types of grenades, the Tripmine class is uniquely distinct. Rather than serving to flush opponents out of cover or directly eliminate targets, Tripmines leverage enemies' lack of awareness and patience. While some other COD games feature overpowered Tripmine-like devices such as the IED from COD Ghosts, Call of Duty Mobile strikes a better balance due to the game's visibility mechanics. You can't simply toss a mine into a room or leave it on a staircase. Strategic and creative placement is essential to maximize their effectiveness. And how do you use these effectively? Well, here are some tips. First and foremost, it's crucial to emphasize never throw a trip mine directly at an opponent. Once thrown, there's a brief activation delay, which gives the target an opportunity to walk over it before it arms. Okay, the first piece of real advice is to avoid placing trip mines in the middle of stairs, hallways, or in any direct pathways. This makes them too visible, and they are very easily destroyed. The most effective placements for the trip mines are just around corners, out of immediate sight. That way, they can catch opponents off guard as they rush by, and you can also place them on ceilings, particularly above stairways. You might be surprised how many players forget to look up. For clarity, here are examples of effective versus ineffective placements. In the second example, the trip mine remains nearly invisible until someone steps on it. Another strategic use of trip mines in modes like Hardpoint and TDM, place them near spawn points. This tactic can anchor spawns, allowing your team to maintain control of the objectives. Look for less than obvious spots just outside spawn locations, like placing trip mines outside the fence of the Yellow House and Nuketown. They can effectively guard the area, providing protection even when you aren't actively watching the spawns. Just remember that you can only have 2 trip mines active at once. Placing a third will overwrite the first. When using trip mines, don't forget to 1. Position trip mines just around corners or ceilings to catch enemies off guard. 2. Use trip mines to secure spawn locations, helping your team to control objectives. And 3. Choose unconventional placements that make trip mines difficult to detect. When countering them, always pay attention to your surroundings, avoid triggering them. Don't blindly rush into a point or a house. Instead, use a little bit of common sense. Alternatively, you can use the Engineer perk to see the trip mines through walls before you even approach, or you can completely ignore trip mines altogether by using the green Hardwire perk. Alright, that wraps up this guide. In my last video, I covered a tier list of lethal and tactical items in COD Mobile, and my next video will be a surprise for both of us. I'll catch you later.